That is a real chef's hack to make mashed potatoes. That will get you out of jail anytime. 10 minutes. There you go. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a bit of a chef's trick. A chef's trick, many chefs know this. We're going to use Chef Mike, the microwave. We're going to make mashed potatoes. Okay, it's to get you out of trouble when you have to make quick mashed potatoes, you know, especially if you run a little restaurant or something like that. It's easy to do. Now, we've got some potatoes here. They've been washed, they're dry. I've got a ricer. Okay, we're using a ricer for this, a potato ricer. It's a straightforward, easy recipe. It's a few minutes in there, turn it over a few minutes and then mash. It's as easy as that. Under here, I have some milk stood in some boiling water. We need warm milk for mashed potatoes, okay, or hot milk. If you're making real mashed potatoes like you would in a restaurant. At home, we all do it. We all chuck in cold milk, cold butter, mash it all up. We all do it, you know. But you want good mashed potatoes, warm milk and warm butter. Now the butter's sat here, but it's not very warm yet. Okay, right, potatoes. What you need to do is take a fork and you stab it all over everywhere. Okay, as easy as that. Now you can use a fork, you can use a meat tenderizer, you know, which is going to put a lot of holes in there very quickly. Just be careful what you're doing, yeah. And you want something which is microwavable, like a microwavable box. Now, the microwavable box, you want to be putting in there 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. You don't need a cup of water or anything like that. You know, the potatoes have enough moisture in there to steam cook. Okay, so potato in there. Makes life easier if you're messing around doing lots of potatoes like this. You know, it is a meat tenderizer. So for those people who want to go out and get one of these things, it's a meat tenderizer, not a potato stabber. You just have to be a bit more careful because it's got all those spikes in there. Now, will they fit in this box? Let's get rid of this. Now, we're going to make them fit, aren't we? You know, come on. That'll do like that, won't it? You need to cover, okay? Got a cover on. Steam will come out. We're going to stick that in the microwave, cook on high. 4 minutes. So what we do in 4 minutes, we take the potatoes out of there, we turn them over and we cook for another 3 to 5. Now what you need to do is 3 minutes, if a knife goes in, they're cooked. Now obviously potatoes slightly thicker than others, you can't get a perfect potato, so some might take longer. It could be between 3 and 5 minutes. Stick the knife in, if it goes in, they're done. There we go, we can get those out of there. On there. Now we need to turn these, and I can tell you now that these are going to want another 5 minutes easily. Okay, they're rock hard. So back on, oops, back on there. I'm going to chuck them in there 3 to 5, but I'm going straight for 5. In fact, actually, we'll do 4. We'll split it, and then we'll check it. There you go. Okay, let's have those out of there. Now you be careful now, your box or whatever you're using is getting warm. Now we need to be testing these. There is, I mean the knife's going in, look, but there is a little bit of resistance in there. So we want to be going another minute. Somewhere around about there, you know, you could even do 2 minutes, don't worry about that. You know, you're not going to overcook a potato which is basically cooking and steaming inside. I've just turned it on there, 1 minute 50, it doesn't matter. And obviously when I said you're not going to overcook, we're not putting it on for 10 minutes, okay? Job done. Out they come, let them rest 2 minutes. Okay, while they're resting there 2 minutes, a potato ricer. You know, a lot of people have seen these things, and some swear by them, some don't use them. You know, they're absolutely brilliant. I'm not gonna fool you. You know they are. However, I mash a lot of potatoes with a hand masher just for simplicity, basically. It's the first thing I get out of the drawer. Now, a potato ricer, okay, comes with various size mashy bits, for a better word, okay. Various sizes, okay, and all you do is you put whatever size you want in there, put it in there, that goes over the top, and what you do, it's common sense, you put your potato in there and you squash it through, okay, there you go. So we've had a couple of minutes. Now what we're going to do is rice the potatoes into a bowl so you can see exactly what we're doing, okay, so we'll just put that there. Now what we need to do is cut the potatoes in half. So we don't have to rush around. You get your potato, that's one, and you cut it in half. So you got this. And you take your ricer and you put your potato in there. In fact, we're going to put both in. It should fit in there. Okay, so we got both in there, look, just for easiness. And then you squeeze down. And what happens is you get that lovely mashed potato, rice potato like that. And the skin stays in here. Okay. So then what you do, you take, oh, that's a bit warm. You take your skins, you've got your skins, okay? Now, they're boiled to death, they're cooked, we can't fry them really, okay? But that's a quick way, look, okay? So you haven't skinned the potatoes, and you've got perfect riced potato. So all you do, obviously, you carry on. So we'll get another one. What did I do with that knife? Oh, it's there. Like that. In there. And squash. Okay, what you should do now is take your warm milk. We're going to put it all in actually. That is warm milk. Like I say, that's been sat in boiling water with a lid on to warm it up. And we want some butter. So we're going to go in there with some butter. Now what you do is fold it in. Okay. And you will have perfect mashed potato. Now if the thing is, if you go like crazy like this, you will stick it up. Okay. Just fold it through. You've already got perfect mash, okay, from the ricer. So just fold it through, nice and steady. And now we've got that lovely buttery creaminess. Now, obviously, season it. A little bit of salt, unless you're using salted butter. I'm going to use black pepper. I don't have a problem. You can use white pepper if you so wish. And you just fold it through. Nice and steady. And there you go. That is a real chef's hack to make mashed potatoes. That will get you out of jail anytime. 10 minutes. There you go. 10 minutes, perfect mash. Now you can fold it through as many times as you want. You can add as much butter as you want. You can season it up as much as you want. That is entirely up to you. Okay? Perfect. Let's stick it on a plate. Come on. Okay, there you go. Half the time, 10 minutes, mashed potatoes. And to be honest, they've got more flavour. They are packed with flavour, and obviously these are buttery. They've got milk in there, and we've lightly seasoned them. They are sensational. Oh yeah. A far better way to make mashed potatoes if you want to use that chef's hack, okay? They taste amazing. They keep the flavour. Oh, incredible. Oh, there you go. So don't forget, that's with a potato rice. All these different little settings in there to squash through for different sizes. Up to you whether you use a ricer. You can actually make these by taking the skins off. Now they're a little bit hot to juggle, but you can pull the skins off, chuck the potato in a bowl and mash it with a masher. You've still got potatoes mashed perfectly within about 12 minutes. Absolutely love mashed potatoes. These are going to have quite a lot of chili chucked in here in a second. I'm going to eat them in some bread. The Indian way. Love them. Love mashed potatoes. Okay, there's a chef hack that actually works, and we actually use it in the kitchen when we want quick mashed potatoes. Small restaurants, you know, big restaurants have their own way, but you run out of mashed potato, you want mashed potato, boom, in there. 4 minutes, turn over, 3 to 5, knife goes in, done. 2 minutes, rest, cut in half, in the ricer, squeeze, chuck the skin out, add your butter and milk. Always hot milk or warm milk and butter, and you get a fantastic mashed potato. If you chuck all the cold stuff in straight out of the fridge, you'll get a mashed potato which is very gloopy, like a glue. There you go. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make mashed potatoes, no boiling, in the microwave. Boom, done. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Oh, and we'll catch you in the next video. Absolutely love mashed potatoes.